and welcome to Studio
Set
Stage, a weekly podcast with us, Cynthia Mallard
and Marq Dean, where we take you from the studio to the set to the stage
in the world of entertainment.
Hey, I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq Dean.
And we are Studio Set Stage.
Yes.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
What's going on?
We're here. We're live, post BET Awards, man. We still talking about that thing.
Yes, man. Great show.
Yeah.
Great event. It was just monumental. A lot of great things happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm just glad to be here. How's everything going?
Glad to be here.
Oh, yeah.
It's an understatement. You're just glad to be here, man. You sound
I'm
like
blessed.
What's going on? What's going on, dude?
I feel good. I feel really good, I do. I feel really, really good.
Yeah, we're feeling good, guys. Like I said, the podcast is continuing. Want to say shouts out to everybody who has reached out to us via YouTube and all our other digital platforms.
Yes, thanks for all the support. We definitely appreciate it. We encourage you guys to follow us. Check out StudioSetStage.com. Sign up for exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else. And also reach out to us. We're on all platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and YouTube.
Yo, this is really like a grassroots online show, guys. And like I said, we keep talking about, hey, sign up and do all that because we just want to make sure that we are serving our people in Studio Set Stage, and that we are helping you, not just on here, just blah, 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 but that we are actually serving a purpose for you.
Yes, indeed. There's a purpose, like you said, Cynthia, and, that's what it's about. It's about providing resources, tools that you can use. And this goes out to all my Studio Set Stagers that are trying to get into, as they say, the business, understanding the process, what it entails. That's what it's all about.
I will tell you, I know we kind of broke down the BET Awards last podcast, but I will tell you, one of the great things that came out of the BET Awards and was, Tyler Perry, writer, director, producer, everybody, this entire week has been on Tyler Perry energy. And that's the energy to keep for the rest of your life. The thing of owning your stuff, creating your own thing, not begging for a seat at somebody else's table, but creating your own, right? So that you can uplift other people. So I just wanted to just kind of harp on that once again this week,
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, ownership is the key. And it's also the ability to create opportunities, to expand the platform, to expand everything, to make sure that others, as you get in, you can open the door a little wider. And therefore that strengthens, that also encourages others to get involved and actually, again, to make sure that you create opportunities, because you can find opportunities, but it's also even a bigger deal when you're able to create opportunities. That's what it's about.
I was thinking about, this is Studio Set Stage, of course, so we focus on Studio Set Stage. Those, maybe, singing, maybe you're doing voiceover, maybe you're doing television and radio, maybe you're an actor, maybe you're somebody who's behind the lens.
Yes.
Helping the next person, like we always say. It's an amazing career. It's something amazing that all of us, you Studio Set Stagers have chosen, that we have chosen.
Yes.
But it is not an easy field to be in.
Oh, say that again?
It is not. When I say it is not, and it will test you. You will wake up one day and say, okay, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
Which has happened to me like a million times, of course.
And that is important to stress and to bring home that it's not for the faint. You will have to endure a lot of no's before you hear that yes. Yeah. And all it takes is one yes.
But even if you do the yes, even if you get the yes, you still got hurdles to climb.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's part of the journey.
You have unbelievable things that you have to, even once the door is open for you, you're probably thinking, oh, okay, I've made it. I'm doing this thing.
Right.
And you're hit with, I really got to deal with this after I've gotten the yes.
Oh yeah.
And we won't go into detail, but all of our Studio Set Stagers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get the gig, you book whatever it is, you're on tour with somebody, and you still got to deal with things that you possibly should not have to.
Yeah, in this world of entertainment, as it relates to the studio, the set, the stage, you will encounter the uncertainties. More uncertainties than the certainties.
That's cleaned up.
It is certain.
Yeah.
It is certain that there will be some uncertainty in this journey.
Let's just say you're going to deal with the bull. You're going to deal with the bull.
Well,
So this podcast, this particular episode of Studio Set Stage, we were just thinking, every week we talk about different technical aspects of the business, things that are going on. But today we decided, it's Friday, as they say, and
It's Friday?
in lieu of Tyler Perry and kind of what he was, talking about, it got me to thinking about, are you doing, in Studio Set Stage, are you doing what is important for your life? Ooh.
Right.
Are you doing what's important for your life?
Are you fulfilling your purpose?
Right.
And that's something that, hones through not only in business, but also in your personal life, because when you are able to identify your purpose, that will give you insight to what you should be doing or setting your goals to achieve everything. So like you said, Cynthia, that's extremely important.
Well, I mean, the thing about it, I thought about it because I was like, you know what? I tend to have conversations with myself. I will be honest with you. I am one of those people who will sit around and play out scenarios in my mind, in my brain. And I was just thinking, at the end, right?
Right.
At the end, like you work in music, you are a professor, I work in television and radio and various things or whatever. But I thought about, I wanted to fast forward myself. And Studio Set Stagers, take note of this, okay? I wanted to fast forward myself to the end. I know what it sounds like. It sounds crazy. But I got this from some old souls, people who have been in the business, people who are at the end, people who retired, people who, changed over, right? Did something totally different.
Right.
And they said, the advice they would give would be fast forward yourself and imagine that you are at the end. Now, I'm not trying to, depress anybody, but imagine you're on your deathbed. Imagine you are at the end.
Right. Right.
Okay. What is it in your mind that you can see or that you can say was important to you for your life before your life is over? Hello.
Yeah.
So do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I definitely understand. Yeah, no doubt.
So fast forward yourself to the time when you're going to be, gone from this earth. You're going to transition. What is it at that very point in time that was most important to you? Now, Studio Set Stages, you're going to see why these veterans have told me this, and I'm passing it on to you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing, because time is the most valuable resource that you have.
What?
It doesn't stop. And this is something, like you said, a wise soul, told me. And it's something that stayed with me when I first heard it. I was a little baby running
So you've
around.
heard that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
But with time, and as they say, some people like to put an adage on it, say father time. But time, look at how time moves.
Man.
Time doesn't stand still. It doesn't stop. It doesn't even go sideways. It keeps moving forward. And so the clues to that, just simply you have to keep moving forward with time. And like you said, Cynthia,
it's hard to do though. It's hard to do sometimes.
It's hard
to do. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And
because of things that happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Life.
You have circumstances, life.
Things happen.
Things happen. You're gonna encounter obstacles. You're gonna encounter certain, toils and snares, as they would say. But at the end of the day, just like there was a morning, there's night.
You know what? I'll even go further.
Yeah.
I had a job here at a particular radio station, and I was working there for about 2 years, right?
Right.
So this is before I got to CBS radio and intercom here in Atlanta. This was before that. So I literally had worked my butt off.
Right.
Like worked my little touche off, guys. Now this is on the media side, of course. And worked there for about 2 years. I think I was working there 2 years, like part-time.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I eventually got like full-time work. And when I say it may have been maybe a month or two after I switched over to full time. So, full time work, we all know.
Yeah.
You get the benefits kick in. Like, whatever it was.
I got insurance.
I got all my stuff, right, exactly.
Right.
So I'm all, I'm all happy, I'm lit and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I remember right before my birthday, 2 months after or so of me getting full time at this particular station, I was let go. I was let go, guys, right?
Wow.
So, and I'll tell you, like, I literally did not even question it because this kind of what the business is as far as the media. Sometimes it comes down to budgeting. Sometimes it comes down to we want somebody else. I mean, it's just what it is. It's a revolving door sometimes. Exactly.
Right.
So I can tell you that after that happened to me, I literally laid on the floor once I got home and cried and rolled like from one wall to the next wall because I used to be like in a condo over here in Buckhead, and I literally like rolled on my hardwood floor left to right crying. But if you dwell on those things, then you don't move forward.
All right. See,
like you were saying, that was the point to my story. Like you're talking about time or whatever.
Right.
Just say, had I not recovered from that, I'd have still been laying on the floor, rolling left to right, not doing anything.
Yeah, but if you continue to dwell on those things, those disappointments, it will hinder you and take you off of the focus of your original goal, what you want to accomplish. And it actually helps to build you. It actually helps, it makes you stronger. Like my grandma used to say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, those setbacks, disappointments, you can't dwell on them. Extract the wisdom from it and know how to keep pushing forward. And again, being like time.
Yeah.
Right.
I was saying earlier, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Studio Set Stage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Marq Dean.
And we were just talking, today on today's podcast, just about what's important in life in Studio Set Stage. And I basically brought up the scenario. I've had many people who have been successful in this business, and they've given me life advice, and I'm just passing it on to you. Imagining yourself, fast forward yourself to the end. Ask yourself in that moment, what's most important to you in life. The reason why you do that, you guys are probably wondering, okay, well, so why do you do that? The reason why you do that, you figure what it is. Whatever those, maybe it's 2 things that was important to you. Maybe it was, 8 things that are really, really important to you because you're at the end, right?
Right.
So now that you have your list of the things that are important to you when you are about to check out, then you can transport yourself back to present day and start to work on those things because that's what you really care about. Yeah,
exactly. And, you have to make sure you keep your priorities in perspective. You got to make sure that you understand, okay, well, I'm not going to let these distractions, keep me from, focusing on the prize, my goals, and really looking at,
the
like
things
you
I'm
said,
supposed to be doing.
The bigger picture.
Well, right now in the current, like you said, you use the perfect word, distractions. There's so many different distractions. You see Tyler Perry, he up there doing his thing. You see City Girls, they twerking in the air. I'm just saying, think about it. You got Jeff Zuckerberg, he's doing his thing. Warren Buffett's got his thing he's doing. You're like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I need to do that. There's so many different things that are pulling you away. Not to mention if you got like a child at home. If you're married, maybe you have an ill family. Like literally, there are so many, like 100,000 ways of distracting you, right? So you have to. It's a good way to just imagine yourself. If you don't know what's important to you right now, if there's it's like a litmus test. All the way to the end. Figure out what's really important. Like, what is it that you're like, oh my God, I cannot die without doing this.
Right.
Bring yourself back to now. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing something that's outside of what you thought about when you were like on your deathbed, you need to stop doing that right now.
Yes.
You need to stop. You need to just throw it away.
Right.
I know it's easier said than done.
Right. Yeah. You have to, and definitely it's about values. It's about your value system and really putting.
What's not the values, but it's about what you're supposed to be doing.
Let me finish. What I'm saying
that's
is,
what I'm talking
what I'm saying,
about.
you got to value certain things that will help you achieve that. And like getting back to time, sometimes, and it's of course it's the way I'm want to break it down is with time. Some people don't really understand the importance of the time that they have.
Right, you don't want to waste it.
Time.
You don't want to waste it.
You don't want to waste it because you can't get that back.
Exactly.
You can get another dollar, you can get another quarter, nickel, dime, but you can't get that time back. So when you really place value on that, that helps you to clear the clutter.
Well, no, I also think that what else helps you to better time manage is knowing what is really important for your life.
I think we're saying the same thing. Yeah, we're just coming from different angles.
But you see what I'm talking about?
But I feel what you're saying.
So if you know driving a bus,
right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If you know making headphones, so driving a bus and making headphones is everything to you on your dying bed, right?
Right. Yeah.
Then now, what should you be focused on?
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's looking at the present, because a lot of times you can get distracted by dwelling on the past. Well, I tried to do it before, but it didn't happen. Well, what does 2 months ago got to do with right now?
Well, you have to learn from you learn from it. Exactly.
But also you have to look at the now, because now is what you have, and you have to use now. Because what you do now will determine the outcome of tomorrow. What you do now determines that. So it's really, like you said, a mindset is also, within, like you said, it also transcends to the spiritual realm of it. Not to get too deep into that, but actually just saying, like you said, looking at, and really making sure you understand, okay, the blessings that you have, the talents, the gifts that you have, and knowing that, say, hey, I really have the potential of taking things to a whole nother realm if I just put the right elements in place and focus. And like you said, looking at that, foreseeing that, having the wherewithal to say, kind of almost like you're doing a spiritual SWOT analysis, if you will. But again, in business, I mean, those things you can correlate from the personal to the business, especially in this thing, because it's so intermingled, especially in the world of entertainment. I
just see so many people jumping on what other people are doing because it looks cool, or they like, they made a bag, they walking away with a bag from this, so I'm about to do the same thing and get me a bag or whatever, it's really not that, and nobody's saying that, like nobody's talking about that part.
Well, in this platform,
studio set before, stage, that's right.
Perception is part of it, and again, this is an end result. So what somebody see, they're successful, or such and such, they're doing this.
Exactly.
Or did you see what such and such do? Yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna do that too.
But you're over here trying to be maybe an engineer, audio engineer, because your boy is an audio engineer, but you have a talent. You're a natural carpenter. Do you know you could take that carpentry, go over to Tyler Perry Studios, right? And make a killing.
Yeah.
That's what we talking about today.
Well, they say your gifts will make room for you, but you have to first recognize and accept and acknowledge.
That's the hard part, accepting.
And sometimes it's hard to do because, like I said, the ego,
I think people don't really recognize that's there. I don't really think people look at it like, this is a gift from God. Like that's what I think. I think they look at it as, I was raised, I was born, I've been doing this for 50 years, and I just do this with my eyes closed.
And sometimes the things that you're good at doesn't necessarily equate to a gift. The things that you are good at, you know, because you could be good at many things. You could be great, you know, like, okay, I might be good at, you know, bowling. I might be good at, you know, playing tennis.
Don't mean you're supposed to be a Serena.
I might be great at playing golf, but I'm not Tiger, you know?
Right. Exactly.
But we all have gifts. We all have a purpose.
Exactly.
You know, and sometimes that's the hardest thing. And of
What's
course,
your gift?
My gift?
Yeah. I want you, like, okay, so we're gonna since we're talking about this, like, what's most important in studio set stage, like we're gonna put ourselves out there, okay? So what is it, Marq, then you felt like was your gift, like from God, to do well?
Naturally.
Naturally, and to support like your family and stuff like that. Because you gotta be realistic now. I'm gonna be honest with you now. Your gift is something that supports your gift. Think about it now. Your gift is something that supports the people around you and uplifts the people around. That's the way I see it.
It touches and the ability to touch and also create opportunities for others.
Exactly.
You know, through that.
Oh, you want me to go first?
No, don't be an Indian giver. Okay. Let me go ahead and go. All right.
Okay. I'm sorry.
My gift is the gift of music. Okay. Because ever since I can remember, you know, and I remember my grandmother, I remember everybody was saying that, hey, ever since I known you, you could sing. Yeah. Ever since I known you, you was into music, and in being in that, even like that old movie say, man, I try to get out of it, they pull me back in, or whatever the case is. Yeah. But music has always been, it's part of my DNA.
Gotcha.
And for it to come full circle around to where, you know, if you had told me, you know, years ago, say you would actually be teaching, using your experience to instruct and teach others in this and how it expands just from that very root of, okay, man, this is what I can do, you know, and not get paid to do. But at the same time, you know that at the end of the day, even amidst all of distractions and everything else that comes within life, it's something that never leaves.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was always impressed in just meeting you long time ago. I was totally impressed with, and I think I told you this. I've told you this like a million times. Your ability to be able to recognize and identify music genres, the people that it originally came from, how they put it together. To me, I feel like you are like the quintessential music historian, and there are people, but no, I don't really know, 'cause that's not my lane. But there are people I know who that's what they do. Like they go out there to aim to do that. And from just meeting you, Studio Set Stagers, if you don't know, like Marq Dean can tell you anything about any music project that you can name. Like for instance, like you have pulled out like the writers, the producers. You've also pulled out the locations, where it was mixed. What was it inspired by? Like everybody can't do that. Like that's some skill.
Well, yeah, like I said before, music has saved my life. Music is included. I feel like it's part of my DNA. It's the makeup of, I feel, who I am. And like I said before, if you had told me, you know, when I was starting out that I would be, just from the experience and just for my love and kind of understanding and recognizing, like you said, you know, this is my purpose, you know, then I'm in a position to pass on that experience, pass on that to help create opportunities and expand the platform within the culture.
Wow.
That is, you know, I mean, you know, words can't describe that. Yeah. To know that you have the ability and the wherewithal to do that, you know, and understand that.
Well, my gift, you know, for those of you, Studio Set Stages, you know, we all say entertainment or whatever, you know, but honestly, my gift is I've done several things in the business, right?
Yes.
So we all know
Yes.
that. But really, my gift, I feel, in the world is connecting.
Right. Well,
Communicating and connecting with people. That is something that I can wake up out of the bed. I've been a news director. I'm an actress. Yeah, I book voiceover roles. So it's different things that fall under, but the umbrella for me is connecting with people. Speaking is one of my things that I'm pretty strong, and I know that God gave me that talent to reach people, to connect with other people.
I always because you kind of evaluated me, and from the first time I met you, I really observed that you do have that gift where you come across as, okay, you never meet a stranger. So that ability, ability to relate, that is a gift, bringing people together, connecting.
Reaching people, informing people. Yeah. I used to hate it though. I'll be honest with you. Like studio set stages, I'll be honest with you. Like I used to hate it.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I was trying to do everything else under the freaking sun.
Right.
And then you look back and you're like, man, what are you doing?
Right. Well, I think we've all kind of, experienced that. I mean, like I said, and that's part of the journey. It's not going to be just a straight shot.
Yeah.
In this thing, you're going to be hit with technicalities. You're going to be hit with certain obstacles,
self-doubt,
stuff that you don't see. You're going to be in conflict with yourself. You're going to probably second guess yourself. And this goes back to, I think we were talking about this earlier before we started, but that just reminded me, your dreams. When you are a child, you have these dreams, and sometimes they might be like, okay, all right, this is not normal, but it's okay. Your dreams are not supposed to be normal. But the dilemma, and sometimes where we find ourselves is, as we get older, as we become adults, we stop dreaming, but those dreams are actually clues to your purpose.
And where you're supposed to go.
Exactly.
Amen.
And sometimes in achieving your dreams, you can't be normal.
Let me tell you, if you are the person, literally, say, maybe you're a millennial, listening to me, listen to Studio Set Stage, and you are the one who, you're throwing the parties. Literally, we were in school, even if you're not in school, you're the one who organizing the parties. People don't come to the party unless they see your name on the flyer. Do you understand what kind of power that is?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, do you understand what that is?
Yeah. And when you look at, especially in this industry where you have influencers,
party promoters,
tastemakers,
concert promoters, managers. In your
moguls.
Current state right now, you may think, I'm just throwing a party, I'm just gonna bring all the schools together, or my block just getting together. But dude, let me tell you something. If you own that you are the person who can bring a concert together or a party together, it goes even further.
Oh, yeah.
You're going up the chain. You may be great at handling tour managers. Did you ever think about that? You may have a gift to be a tour manager. I work with a guy, Harlem Globetrotters. He's our tour manager, one of our tour managers.
Right.
Absolutely awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're paid very well. This is Studio Set Stage. Tour manager, that's part of Studio Set Stage.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And like you said, in teaching this, you realize that, beneath the surface, there's a whole nother world of things you can utilize your gifts.
Yeah.
Because like I said, again, your gifts will make room for you, but you have to acknowledge it. And like I said, for instance, I had a former student I just talked to maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And this student, he was in audio. He was like, well, man, I really want to get in. I want to become an engineer. I want to work with a label, and I want to do everything. Well, guess what? he's still doing the engineering, but he's working in film now.
Awesome. Wow.
As a sound Foley. So when I say that your gifts will make room for you, you just have to stay the course, as we talked about before. And like you said, look at, all right, your purpose.
Assess what's really important.
And assess what really is important.
Because I think sometimes people say purpose, and I think a lot of people kind of get lost in that word.
They get lost in the sauce.
Because it's I mean, the word purpose is thrown around so much, and we know that. But apply the test that I'm telling you. Think about it. I know that it's not as grim as you think. You're at the end, man. You're at the end, sister. Think about at that moment in time, what's most important to you.
Right.
When it comes to your career, when it comes to your family. Okay, so you've got that. Now, go back to your present day. If you're doing something that has nothing to do with that list, there is a problem. Because like Mark Dean just told you, man, time does not wait for anyone.
Oh, no.
So while you wasting your time doing whatever it is that you're doing that's not part of your bucket list or whatever, I mean, who is it serving?
Right.
Who is it serving?
And remember
Somebody
this,
else.
On the other side, because fear can be an emotion. Fear can be an emotion that is common to uncertainty.
Oh, yeah.
But you cannot let fear interfere with you achieving your goals. Because, believe me, if you overcome that fear, on the other side of it, might be where all your dreams are ready to come true.
Oh, it is. I think a lot of it is just, you're afraid, you're afraid to ask somebody for help. I find that a lot, especially in studio set stage.
Fear.
People are afraid to ask people for help because I don't know. I guess it's because of the facade of the gold chain or the Louis Vuittons or the Coach. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. The shades. Right. I don't know if that's what the deal is. But people are afraid to ask for help in this industry. Let me tell you something. You cannot get anywhere. I'll tell you for myself. I've always had some type of mentor.
Right.
Somebody who I could say, okay, they did it this way, so let me try it this way.
Right.
You
can't be an island.
You gotta have somebody directing you.
Right. You cannot be an island. And again, it takes a team, and you have to know that it's, first of all, within this industry, it's too big for one person to take on. Now, even though you might know, or you think you know, but you don't know everything.
Right.
And it's a collaborative effort.
I have a girlfriend. You know what? I have yet to tell her this, but she's awesome when it comes to the beauty industry.
Okay.
Can you imagine? And I think I've told her in a roundabout way, but I mean, she's wonderful in the beauty industry. Can you imagine if she was working on a set for television or film,
no doubt,
or advising people maybe what kind of makeup to use, that type of thing, or what to wear. There are people who actually do that.
Right, but like you said, again, it goes back to really recognizing
she does that naturally.
Yeah, and know that you're doing it naturally, and really to know, okay, well, how deep does the rabbit hole goes in terms of me really utilizing those things that I do naturally and how far I can take it. And some of the greatest, entertainers, some of the greatest singers, some of the greatest film directors, some of the greatest that have ever done it started, they had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that connects it. I think that's the glue to it. You got to know that at the end of the day, you can't be a jack of all trades and master of none.
Man, what?
But when you are,
I've been there.
Right.
I've been there.
And you can be good at many things, but really honing in on not just what you're good, but what you're great and what you're meant to do. And I feel like that's the true definition of your purpose.
And what you can teach somebody else to do.
Yeah.
Normally
passing it on.
Let me tell you something. The thing I noticed this also. I'm going to throw this in there. Normally, the thing that you could teach somebody else is normally your gift.
Bingo.
Like without anything. Like the thing that you can teach without anybody saying anything to you. Like literally follow that. Follow that. If you wake up out the bed and you able to cook everything from A to Z. No, seriously.
Man, you making me hungry now.
Right.
Come on now.
You able to get out the bed and you able to cook everything from A to Z. Nobody ain't got to tell you. You ain't got to look at a recipe book.
No
you ain't got,
booklet,
but you can cook. When I say everything, and then you got people who come to your door, knocking on your door.
Right.
Think about this. Did you know there's craft services in Studio Set Stage? There's craft services catering, in Studio Set Stage, all y'all.
Of that. Yes.
So you don't have to be the Chris Brown. You ain't got to be the next, who else? City Girls. You know, it's so many different things that are behind the mic, behind the lens.
Oh, yeah, behind the scenes. This industry, and as you said before, and that's one of the main reasons why we created the podcast. Cynthia Mallard, Marq Dean, we feel like there are all of these resources that are never talked about. They're not covered. But the industry is so huge, and there are so many opportunities.
And that's what we like coming up, like I said, in the future. Yes, we've been talking about it and kind of taunting it, but there are so many different things that are happening behind the scenes here at Studio Set Stage, and a lot of them we can't let out of the bag just yet. So just ride with us. If you're just joining us, I am Cynthia Mallard,
and I'm Marq Dean,
and this is Studio Set Stage, and we just want you to enjoy the podcast, but more than that, we want it to be a resource, a tool that can help you. You know, even if you need to just reach out to Marq Dean, reach out to me, Cynthia Mallard. We are pretty open. Like we are not the stuffed up shirts. We don't. Did I say stuffed up shirts? But I mean, we're not those people, because we are in the trenches with you. Like we're still trying to uplift people,
right, and
do what we do,
right, and that's what it's about. It's about creating this platform so we can expand and create other opportunities for those that are aspiring, for those that are already doing it, and might just need, hey, this might be a couple of pieces, because some people say, okay, it's a puzzle, I'm trying to get all the pieces to the puzzle together. However, understanding, and again, one thing that we want to bring home to all the Studio Set Stages out there is understanding, hey, your gift, it's important to know your gift, but also know it's a business.
It's important to, like I said, know who you are.
Right.
Just know who you are and know exactly what is important to you. So once again, what's your name, man?
Marq Dean.
All right, Marq Dean. I'm Cynthia Mallard. You can reach Studio Set Stage, all platforms at Studio Set Stage.